Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do another story time video for you. Kind of like another college experience that I had. I had a few like crazy things that happened, so I'm gonna try to make this video go where I'm, telling you the story well and giving you detail, but where the video don't go too long either. So I'm just gonna kind of jump right into the story. Um, so yeah, like I said, I was still in college at this time, and I do believe it was March break. I'm because we have like the Christmas break and then March break afterwards, where it was like a couple of weeks where we got to go home. But for some reason, I feel like it must have been March break, so I'm gonna go with that. And so I'm going home, to be with my family and whatnot and see my friends and stuff. And a girlfriend who I went to school with. Now, a little bit of backstory. When I started school, this girl went to hairstyling school with me. But she kind of got a little carried away with the partying, and her name, we're going to call her Rose. So Rose kind of got a little out of control with the partying, and she wasn't going to school and stuff, so her parents made her go home and take like her course closer to her home. So she was coming for something in the place where I was going to school still, and that, so I was like, well, all right, since we were friends up, to this point, and, you're coming, she was coming with a friend, I was like, whatever, I'm gonna be nice and, let her stay in my house and stuff because, she was like one of my main bitches. Like, we were fucking partying together all the time, and like I was at her house all the time. Like, I practically friggin' lived there at points and stuff, and I was just like, why wouldn't I, if I'm not gonna be home, let my friend come so she wouldn't have to get like a hotel and stuff. There wasn't much point. I was like, when I have, because I kind of lived in like a motel, so I was like, you may as well just come to my house. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave you a key at the front desk. So I leave a key for her. Everything is good. I told her that only her and this girl who's coming with her can stay, and that there was this guy that we both knew. We're going to call him Terry. Well, I knew Terry from when we hung out and stuff. He was somebody that hung out in our group of friends, and I knew they were close, and I knew they were going to want to see each other. So I was like, whatever, I don't care if he comes over, but just like you, your girlfriend that's coming with you, and him. That's it. No parties, no nothing, because I don't want to be getting like evicted when I come home. So that's fine. I leave. I have an awesome time home. I come back. Now, this is crazy. This is the crazy part. So I come back, I open my door, and my whole apartment is ransacked. Like, everything is everywhere. My bed is tore apart, like it's crooked off the thing, it's stripped down. I had a box of stuff that was in my bathroom that held like my cleaners and things like that, a big like tote box, that was like in my kitchen or my living room and dumped out, and like there was, dishes everywhere and stuff everywhere. Like there was such a crazy mess. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, right away I pretty much knew what had happened. So there's a crazy twist to this story. Um, when I walk in, I notice like my Columbia winter coat's missing. My computer's missing. Looks like they're trying to steal my stereo. Um, Stuff like that. Like my stuff was missing. So I'm like, well, obviously the friend, or a so-called friend that I left come in my house, decided she was going to throw a party or something and let people that you couldn't trust in my home, and they freaking robbed me. Like, I could not fucking believe it. I was livid. Like, lucky she was like home now and away and like hours away, where like I would have strangled her. And like, like I you just not, you don't, like when you walk in from being gone for a couple weeks and expect everything to be like maybe a little messed up or something or whatever, but like, everything everywhere, your house just everything everywhere, and things missing and stolen. I just couldn't fucking believe it. So anyways, I'm not stupid, and I pretty much knew what must have happened. I call her up and like freak out at her and being like, just tell me the truth. Like, I know what you did. I wanted her to admit it to me, because she was like, no, I never did anything. Like, I would never do that to you. But I mean, it was obvious. that something had happened. But then I find out, this is where the twist comes in, that at the same time there was a fire in the room, because I lived like upstairs on like the second floor, and like there's a little balcony to get to my room, and then underneath where you go in, just like on the ground or whatever, well, there was a room that caught fire, so my room was smoke damaged and things like that, and they had the doors open to like all the rooms and stuff. So I'm gone. So while I'm gone, my friend's staying there. Obviously, she did party and let people, because like, I mean, if I don't know, like, to me, if there was a fire and stuff, well, they're gonna open the door and whatever, and if somebody would come in, well, they're gonna come in and they're gonna sneak in and take what they can take, and they're gonna go. Nobody's gonna spend the time to trash my house first before trying to sneak away, when it's like a building that has like cameras, and it's a fucking motel. I mean, you know what I mean, right on the corner of the road. Like, it's easy to be noticed. So anyways, I'm just like, okay, well, this is great. Not only was like my door left open, I guess, for some point to let the smoke air out and stuff, and like everything is smoke damaged now on top of that, that I find. And like, so I land home and I'm just like, I don't know what to think. Like, it was the craziest thing, one of like the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, to like, trust somebody and be nice to them, and then have people like obviously come in and partied. That's obviously what happened to me. I think she threw a party, it got in a hand, she was leaving, whatever, and like they left with stuff that they wanted, and then this fire took place, and you know what I mean. So I lost like someone who I thought was a friend that day, pretty much. Plus, had to like take and pack up all my stuff and clean everything up and move to a room that wasn't smoke damaged, so they could clean my apartment and everything and paint it and whatever they did in there and stuff, so I could get back in there. And I was just like, you know, lesson learned. Like, you never trust anybody, even if you think you know them and like you've been best friends, never left each other's side for like the last 3 or 4 months, whatever. Like, you still don't know someone, because like, yeah, like that's pretty near what happened. I would say is that, I got robbed by a so-called friend, and then like a fire, like I said, took place, and like that was crazy too. So while I'm gone these 2 weeks, like all this stuff's taking place, and I land back to all this, and like, yeah, definitely a crazy experience for my first time away from home, and and like traveling back and forth and finding these things out, like, was not fun. But I said, lessons learned, and now I know not to distrust anybody. So that was my story time of a crazy story where I let somebody come in and I had crazy stuff happen and whatnot. I hope that you kind of enjoyed this story, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up so I know that you're liking these story time videos. Still getting a little used to talking to the camera, so if I'm still kind of a little bit like blah monotone, I'm sorry. I'm kind of still trying to get my, So yeah, yeah, don't forget to leave any comments down below if you have anything that you'd like to ask me about this story, and also don't forget to subscribe. I make new content, a couple of videos a week for sure, I try to put out. So yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.